welcome to the next part of Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Not Superheroes 2, I meant Lego Marvel Superheroes. We're having fans off. Well, originally I was gonna do another part last night, but, like, because right now you don't see it's night, it's actually clear as day, and I'm just like... But, originally I was going to do another one, but I was, like, too tired. And I already hanged out with family and all that. That's kind of more important than, you know... So, in this part, I'm hoping to finish the game. So in last part, I did not put in two of the cheat codes, because I had to make an exception, because I wouldn't be able to get a 100%. So, what we're gonna do is, yeah, we are going to do that. Well, I was doing this off the Switch, if anyone wants to know, and I actually just turned it off, like, just physically turned it off. So, imagine we had to do these two characters. And all we gotta do is... get in here. And, do this puzzle, and we should be on our way. So yeah, we're on, there's actually two glitches two tricks and levels to do, obviously. So, yeah. So let me continue.
Star Tower dominates the Manhattan skyline as either a highly advanced technological research facility or a giant monument to its owner's ego. Depends who you ask.
Did I ever tell you about my party doctor? It was designed like as I see it, for more formal purposes. Honey, I'm home. The house below. Jarvis, it's me. Your boss man? Security activated. Intruders? Jarvis, this is Security Override Command Tango Oscar Sierra 3963. We're gonna have to fight our way in. Someone must have hacked my systems. That's the kind of thing I do. What the?
It's kind of hard to say where this happens. Like what I said, because the villain that the couple villains were supposed to find this. One of them is supposed to be dead. The Atomic Killer, because of Iron Man 3. So,
Is there any way to turn off these lasers? No, not in full lockdown. Be able to disrupt their pattern buffers, though. Just need an interface terminal.
I have good news, by the way. In this, we should be able to skip, having to do one thing, is when let's do free play for this level when it comes to that point, because we're gonna rank out today. We at least could skip, one thing. And the one thing is being that, what am I gonna say? That we don't have to go into any of these side rooms. Except for, this side room, but we can go to the end and get the walls disabled because of a simple mini-cut. And that, so yeah, I won't be able to get score 6 until much later, but we're gonna wait until, we shouldn't be able to finish Stan, but Stan should be in the heligator. By the time we're done with this, so yeah. kind of like how most of this level is just... So obviously there is a minikit that is not here yet. It's over there in the back over there. It won't be there until free play. Yeah, so basically what you have to do is do that deflection.
Need my key card to unlock the suit.
Um,
You don't have it. It's just over there, on the other side of that sealed door.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, when us do this on free play, we have to at least do this. Just do this and yeah. When it gets to free play, but we're right now doing story. Of course, this is not a long first level of this video we're doing, but this is not a long level.
A little old-fashioned by my standards, but it should get the job done.
Yeah, just about that supervillain is in the and he just wanted to prove he was smarter than Tony, and that was it. Okay, this should be our first scene. So this scene, I actually will be going back to get some money. Not money, the 2 minikits. The 1 of 5 and the other one. You notice we cannot Rexy Stan at all because he's up there. We need Sandman. That's why we need Sandman or the Sand Goon. By the way, this is actually one of the levels that I was waiting until we got to somewhere. Then we'll. So from here, I'm gonna actually get the character and then I will give up my. Here, no reason why they never actually did that. However, so yeah, like we're at the story point where most of our levels is just gonna be story. That's gonna take a minute while. So that might be like most of it, and then we got a short amount. That's the hub world. I mean, trust me, this level, what we're doing right now, will actually be our shortest, one of our shortest levels on free play, because, let's be honest, you get to fly through most of this, and you just only have to do certain things, like what's coming in next room, and that, and stuff. So, mostly that this is it.
Impressive building, Mr. Stark. Now that's what I call a view.
So, yeah. I like how they never talk about it in this game, but it's obviously, I'll just bring it up. Of course, Captain America's shield is made out of vibranium. And of course, it's located in Wakanda, and like, we're gonna get a DLC for Wakanda and, technically the next game over, that would be Avengers. And then we're gonna have actual Wakanda and superheroes too. So, I mean, like, I'm not actually really too worried about stats because we're not actually going to get so much characters in this duration, and I should have waited because I was going to actually back up here for this thing. Because I'm actually going to backtrack for that mini-kit and the other mini-kit. So yeah, for like this part, the only thing you really have to do is just this. It would have been very nice if this part we were going to be doing more things with the suits, like Tony's suits, but obviously I know as a fact they only did it this way, it's because of budget constraints. Anytime a mistake doing that. There. This is also another thing you're going to end up doing. And the good news is, once you get to Jarvis room, you could just go ahead and just break the wall down. You don't have to rebuild the system. And also, all we have to do is turn it down here that we're heading up to. So I was just talking about free play stuff. Keep that in mind. That's how like short free play is. It's like, I shouldn't really have too much difficult things with free play. Pretty funny enough. You actually angle it right. I found that pretty funny. Basically, if anyone wants a short down summary of this also, they were gonna get Tony suit, but then he realizes then they cleared the system, they realized it was Loki and these other two. And of course Loki gets away, and then you defeat the other two villains. And you don't... Well, the reason why they went here...
Apologies, sir. My systems are being overridden. Wow, that is so cool. What is that now?
So, yeah. While I'm over here, before I grab the rest of those blues, we'll just hurry up and get these out of the way. So, obviously, one of them you will have to reflect that one. We'll just get the other one while we're at it. I kind of like how then when it comes to the boss fight point, there's actually, like, nothing you're going to be doing in the boss fight point. The only reason Tony did this is so that way.
Try using your laser to cut a shape out of that.
Was because it was supposed to be more over to make sure Magneto couldn't like destroy his suit. So he's technically not they're technically not adventuring down. So I'm actually gonna backtrack for like 1 second to finish up the 1 of 5 breakable. And for the long run of this, it will just actually make it easier for me to actually run through the level with no problem. So here's the first minikit. Sadly, this is going to be the last minikit we can do. Because the thing is, though, one thing I didn't like about this level is there wasn't really much you could do for a level like this. It basically did was this level basically took a grounded character and made it so that it goes, hey, here's a grounded character, go ahead and do flying stuff, and that's it. So this thing and that. Okay, so that was the last minikit we can get. I believe in the level because there should be 2 on the roof. 3. If there's 3, we can get the 3. Yeah, no, there's the door. Yeah. You know, I can't keep remembering all this stuff. So have to wait. Go.
Arc reactor storage access granted. Stand down. My insincerest apologies, but I need a source supply car at no cost. Well, you are stealing from the best. That's not the only thing you stole. Where are you? Never trust a demigod. It's time to teach you so-called Avengers a lesson.
Yeah, there's our last mini kit. Technically, if you didn't go back, that's our actual last mini kit right over there. So what I'll do is wait a second before I go grab the mini kit. Because the only reason why I'm not going to grab the mini kit right now is this is actually what we have to do for the level. Is what we're doing
Should have anticipated this, Dark.
is we're going to actually have to fight for a minute. Actually, I will go ahead and grab it for right now, if I can. Yeah. So you can't actually fly up there until you hit the next part of the level, that being what I was gonna say now. I forgot what level they do this format. It's very funny enough that when it comes to the superheroes too, they actually don't actually have this much of a dynamic. I think there's only one level where they're both in, and that's it. Because what they did was, hey, make Captain America mostly in the levels, and then
Heroes, there is still no such thing.
I mean, overall, the problem I did have with this level was that it was like a lacquer of content, and then you have like this. So I'm gonna hopefully do Okay, so I think I remember correctly. You had to actually, when you do free play, I'm gonna show you very quick.
Now I shall turn your own weapons against you. Get them.
So, I think right now we should be able to. Yeah, you have to at least get for the first part.
Yep. That will let him do anything that Hulk can do? Yep.
So, yeah, this would be the point where you can go up there to do the mini-kit. That's what you have to wait for. Because they won't allow you to fly up there for some reason. So you at least can do the other three, this ice pile back here and the other one. But you cannot get the third one up here because of that. So basically we're just going to end the level. But we just have to defeat the bads and stuff. I kind of love how that every level you have to like fight a bad and then you have to defeat them and then it's bad. After you defeat them all, there's gonna be more that's gonna keep coming. Now you have to at least damage him himself. So what I suggest doing to make this go quicker is you need to at least hit it like that, and then what will happen is there would be more invited to attack. So this is an opportunity. You basically what you're doing at this point is, you know, by the way, Deadpool's in the back over there. You might have saw it in just a second. So what you're doing is actually have to keep damaging it until it gets low HP basically. And now now this is the part where we have to wait. So we'll just flip over to Cap right now. What we have to wait is now until everything is destroyed. Everything part of the party protocol is destroyed. So basically all these Tony suits. Surprisingly enough, one of the suits that are not here is actually the speed suit. Actually, until enough is destroyed. And then what you need to do, the last part is we're going to have to flip to Tony. You know, I found that very funny. If it's an EMP, would it actually also make this suit not be able to would it also make Tony's suit not work? But okay, let's just ignore that factor. After you bust this thing open, it's down the level. Okay, that's rebooted, resuited. Very short level. So yeah,
We're in danger. The big bad end of the world kind of danger. Initial test by Reed Richards showed that these bricks were power copper and are the remains of the Silver Surfer Vault. If that means what I think it means, you alone have the expertise we need to help defend the Earth. Looks like both our labs have been trashed. These bad guys love to steal our stuff. And they've been stealing far too much of it. We need to move on our Latveria operation. I call it Operation Latveria. I'll call the rest of the Fantastic Four. Right. Turn on Shield's arc reactor tracking software. Tracking my arc reactor signatures? Do you know how many times I've had to find you at some crazy party? You see, having the best intelligence gives you the upper hand. Hawkeye, Black Widow, you're up.
okay, so
We need to get that arc reactor back before it's used for purposes too dire to contemplate. Follow the signal and find it.
okay, so for us to actually continue with the next story, Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm first going to get all the collectibles that we can do with things to that opening up. So the one collectible we should be able to get now is I'll buy the vehicles later when I have more of a time to also get him. And we should already have Novik already. Yeah, there's actually the film version. But yeah, I already bought Novik. We're gonna actually go ahead and play as any flying character, so we're gonna go ahead and play as, obviously, Super Skull. Oh, yesterday it was kind of weird that everything was glitching out with it, so we're actually gonna go take ourselves to Avengers Tower to get that. Okay, so before I continue that, I'm actually gonna also now do the glitch for those two bonuses. I only waited to this point so I can at least show you where the two other cheat codes. So let me take a look again, make sure Stan is not on. So yeah, I think Stan is not going to continue because we have to get the one at X-Men Manor now. But okay, the glitch is going to allow us to do this bonus and this bonus right here. But I have to actually do it right. So,
Agent, I'm zeroing in on the arc reactor signal, but it's going to take a while to pinpoint it exactly. It seems to be coming from somewhere in the financial district.
alright, so first of all, we're going to actually get up here. So first I'll straight out the bat. One of the cheat codes where actually will give us this character right here. But I'm not going to put it in, I'm just going to buy it because it does have a, there's a glitch. It will prevent you from getting 100% for this one character from the reports, so, so I'm not actually going to put this character cheat code in. I'm just going to buy it physically. There we go. And another one actually will prevent you from getting the gold brick, so that means it also prevents you from, that comes from the carnival level. So I actually will show both cheat codes after I'm done with it. So for me to unlock a quest line, we're actually going to get the tent one done and that. So for the glitch, before I go do the glitch, I'm going to first go ahead, come over here and build it. I'm going to build this one first, then I'll go back to build the other one. So first of all, you realize that we cannot enter through the doors. Because we're not alchemists, we can't even face through walls and that. So what we're going to actually do is on this side, over here, should be not too far. I think it's right here. Should be, hold on. So, it's patched in like that, but, this is technically the report of the 360 edition, so technically the glitch still works. I'm just trying to remember what shop it was. I think, yeah, this is the one. So somehow next to this gold break, if you actually go walk up to the shop here. Yeah, yeah, we're under the map. So now what we're gonna actually do is, while we're under the map, very funny, this is how I did this with Creeper. Instead of me walking to the physical door, I need to be pinned back, be exactly where it is, like, still stay out of bounds and get to it. If you do it right and stay out of bounds and build the door, you simply can go like this and... Alright, we're gonna get the character in this level.
What's up? Looky here. Hawkeye and Black Widow at the circus have gotten gooseberried by Iceman.
The only con is you will not get any characters that were exclusive to these levels.
Nightmare has decided to take center ring. This trio are gonna need some help with this guy.
By the way, I tried to do the same thing. Hold on, I'll look for this.
Since I'm not available, Ghost Rider is so the guy to do it.
There's a quest line with this guy. This is why it's one of the characters from the quest line from Ghost Rider. They'll glitch because of us doing it with the cheat code, so that's what I'm doing. I should mention though, I was finished my thought. any of the characters that come from the bonuses, like Iceman, for example, we will not unlock Iceman from this level. Okay? We have to physically wait until Avengers level, Maximum Manor.
Enough Lego studs to earn true believer status. I don't know who keeps leaving. All I know is that I want.
Alright, so we're gonna move on to the next thing on my list. So, the only collectible we can actually do in this level actually is right over here. It's the character. So, technically, you physically can get the character by just flying. However, because there's no flying character, how are we going to do it? Well, I think I'm going to have to get rid of this thing first. Or can I jump on this? Yeah, I can jump on this. But yeah, I do need to get rid of this spinner wheel. I can probably leave this, right? No. Okay, so to do it, you need to... It's kind of funny. So you have to jump right... Hold on. It's gonna take me a second. Because I barely... Obviously, I didn't do it for a good minute. So, you're gonna have to deal with it. So what you can do is hop right here. Hold on. Can I do it over here, actually, at this... Okay, I can do it right here. Cool. So what you need to do is actually go from there to, hold on. Come on, get me back up there. Jump right here. Jump on right here. I messed that up. Can I? Let's get rid of it. Can I? Actually, no. I think I can't get rid of it. So, the level should not take us too long. Get on top of the flag. Oh, wait. Hold on. Now I think I remember now. There. Get on top of this flag. There.
No, you got that, loser.
Okay.
I'm the only merc with a
So-
motive to be unlocked. Unless you just draw the 100%, here we come. Woo!
So yeah, the only reason we have to wait on this level is not because of the cosmic character, but it's because of Magneto right there. Cosmic characters for saving Stan. Okay, so for real, let's get on to the actual stuff we have to do for the level. By the way, this will unlock us the quest line for Ghost Rider. So what we need to do to begin this off, I think I remember correctly, it's to yeah, we have to do is get this going. Okay, hold on. It's been a good second. Actually, you might post a not hit nightmare. Oh yeah, it's this first. Okay, I did one of the things earlier. I was supposed to not. Well, did hit that first. Then hit nightmare. he should disappear, and now, the cutscene should play that he's gonna be in that box, I believe. In a minute. After this. I didn't mention me, obviously. The only thing I'm pretty shocked about is there is actually no hole. Alright, so let's move on. So, what we're gonna be doing, obviously, shouldn't be too long of a story we still have left. Overall, it's not that long, let's be honest. So yeah, I'm doing one more bonus after this, so after that I need Iceman, I believe. Yeah. Because for whatever reason, some knowledge, he just appears, and I like how that they have to evolve every character except for one. Yeah, so now after destroying the one car, all you're doing is building this cannon, and then it's it. Literally, this is down the level going to be after. Very funny is, though, I did want to say, though, I did said, Black Widow is actually the only useless character for this. She is, like, in the story, no, because there's some more things, but, for this level, when they did it for the bonus, no, she is, because the reason is being that actually there is nothing you have to hide in camouflage for. That's why I managed to hit myself. So once he gets hit again, this should be down the level after you hit him. Right? Or is... yeah. So all you gotta do now is just hit him and then down the level.
Like sweet dreams all around. Night-night.
Alright, so that should be that one.
Hey, no.
So, we're already almost there. So before I do the glitch for the reptile cage level, so we can just do it. And then we just have...
I'm zeroing in on the arc reactor signal, but it's gonna take a while to pinpoint it exactly. It seems to be coming from somewhere in the financial district.
So the good... What had happened is, because technically I did that already, we should unlock our first quest. There it is. Right there. So that's actually the last character there was a cheat code for. But what happens is, it will cause, if you actually cheat code for this character, the quest line is more likely going to be locked out, because they didn't detect that. So technically you cannot even 100% the game. So the good news is I will not need to flip my character or anything for the quest. So we're actually going to, I'll buy them, and then I'm going to actually put both cheat codes on, type in both cheat codes, the count as what I did. I love how they give you a taxi. But, okay, we're just going to get this quest line done very quick.
You, look into my eyes. You see my burning desire to ride? You look like the type who could give me a challenge. Let's race.
I cannot make a mistake when I do the second race, because that's basically what you're doing is, you have to like boost through it. So yeah, the last character, technically with cheat codes you can get, is that version of Spider-Man. But, obviously, because I don't want to glitch out the quest line to prevent me from being 100%. That was my only exception. Hey, at least the good news is, when it came to superheroes, it was Avengers and Superheroes 2, it might be different.
With this one, Johnny Blaze will ride again. Later though, I need to fill up the bike.
Yeah, so... Oh, Stan finally appeared. There he is. Okay, we can continue Stan. So I'll do Stan very quick. That was weird. He was never there. Or he was there, but I never noticed him. But okay, we can actually continue Stan. That's good. So actually, because I'm typing it in, right, I mean, going to go and buy him right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do very quickly is show you the cheat codes for both. So if you, because I am very unsure if it was, because this was technically just a report of the game, so I'm very unsure something. So before I begin, oops, wrong one. That was from the, So, so these were actually the cheat codes that were for both characters. Straight out the bat, this is actually, this cheat code was, so this was, I'm not pressing A on it because obviously I already bought them. Because one, I don't want to risk the game, obviously what I said, so, straight out the bat, so, here's the code for, the Hulkbuster version, and then now, this next code was actually for that version of Spider-Man. Like what I said before, I didn't want to crash the game, or not crash the game, but make it uncompletable, so you technically can't complete this save. And then I'm gonna like, oh boy, time to do it with my brother and all that, and it's like, okay. And finally, this should be the final one right there. Alright, so that was for the Spider-Man that we got. Okay, so that's all the cheat codes. Like what I said before, I wasn't going to type that in or something, because the reason is I didn't want to have the game, like, you know, well, I typed it in, but I wasn't going to press this after I because I didn't want to have to go, oh great, I have to make a new save and all that, and not get an official 100%. So those were the two for both the Hulkbuster and that version of Spider-Man. Those is all the cheat codes.
Rematch race. Prepare to feel the blazing sting of defeat.
So yeah. It was weird Stan never spawned, but now he did. So we're gonna continue Stan after this. So like what I mentioned before, Ghost Rider should have been a little bit faster at this point. At the beginning. Like, it could be a padding or whatever. But technically you should not have any time to get done with the race. Well, a fast vehicle, like this, for example. So that's why we are going ahead and going like that.
Fine, you win this one, but Johnny Blaze will ride again. Later, though, I need to fill up the bike. You don't want to know where I'm going to get the fuel.
Okay, that's our next car. So, the final one should actually not be his bike, because his bike is already available. The final race should be up here. I think it's his... Actually, do you get his bike? Yeah, no, you get his bike from the race. It was something involving a gold brick. It was mentioning, but it's supposed to be out. Okay, but first, before we do that, we'll save Stan very quick, and then we'll finish up Ghost Rider, and we'll do how much of Stan. So, Stan for this one, we just have to fight him. So, you come here.
This drink tastes funny.
If I can remember correctly, we do need to play as a Hulk very quick. So let's play as Hulk. After you punch him a good amount of times, he should have said something.
Thank you for saving your Generalissimo, Brigadiers. Excelsior.
Okay, that one. Okay, we have the next one right there. But I believe I cannot Rexy this stand. I need to go check for a minute. Because, yeah, this is where it might be stopping for us. Because I think this is the stand I cannot Rexy yet. Or can I? No, I can. Yeah, it was weird. Because Stan should have let us still continue and I couldn't, like, finish. Oh, man, there we go. Okay, no, we did finish it. Okay. I won't continue Rexing Stan until he gets on the helicator.
Thanks, true believers. Excelsior.
I might do is run back for score 6, but I'm highly likely not because... So we should hit a point where we can't Rexy Stan because of a reason. Okay, he wasn't at the gym. So, he might be at the bank. No, he's not at the bank. So we actually do not have to go to their daily bugle. We do actually have to go after next level because they should be like, this base was found, so we'll have to do the daily bugle after the next level. Oh, there he is. So we won't be able to Rex use Stan, like I said, in the park when he goes in the park again, but in the pool water because you need Magneto for that one, and I believe that one's a good minute. So we actually are doing a little bit of the hub world right now, and then we're gonna end up doing the next level on I forgot the level Stan was. because the X-Men level is Judgment Crosses, and the next one before that one is Frosty Reception. So for that one is you actually, a logical person would just push him out of the way. But for this, you actually have to get your way up here. If I remember correctly. And this is the crane. Yeah, there is. There's no more blues on the crane, yeah. So you had to do was make your way onto the crane, and then you just need to pull the switch. Obviously, we're not going to use my custom character.
Thank you for saving your Generalissimo, Brigadiers. Excelsior.
So yeah, it doesn't make sense to me why, you would be on a construction building. So, our continuing rescuing standard should continue. If he ends up getting to X-Men Manor, we cannot rescue him. There is actually going to be a stand there, however. He might be at Sand Central, right? No, he's not there. I forgot the one you have to do for Sand Central, but it's not at Liberty. It wasn't in the helicarrier. Because I think in the helicarrier it's actually the last one you have to do in the hub. Not in the hub world, but one of the few last ones. He doesn't actually look like he's on the map right now, so we might have to wait on continuing him. And that's okay, because technically, there we go. Because he shouldn't be at the reptile then. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's on the map. So we'll have to continue him after, so we'll hurry up and do the last one of Ghost Rider. And then we're going to go ahead and do the last bonus I can do at this point with that glitch as well. So yeah, earlier I did put it in the rest of the cheat codes, like, so I technically did not break the rule. I mean, another way I could do it was got the token, then purposely type in the cheat code and activate it. But I don't know if that would also glitch to 100% for at least a 1. And it's kind of weird how it said it was actually going to. I mean, like my video starts, it said no, it glitches a gold brick if you type in and activate the cheat code for the Spider-Man one, and it was like, no, you would. It probably would lock you out of the whole quest line, so you can't get 100% because you can't get 2 characters and a vehicle. I mean, 1 character and a vehicle.
Check out the plastic surgery I just had done.
Hello.
This race is for the win. Cower before the flames of the Ghost Riders' wounded pride. Let's race!
You also could just put a vehicle in front of him. There should only be one more quest that will open up after this race. Not after this race, but in the reptile den area. And then
I felt that one in my bones. Okay, I fooled. You're pretty hot behind the wheel.
alright, that should be it. Because now, because Stan not being on the map, whatever, yeah, I think when it gets to the very end, when we get to the very end, I will do the races that came with DLC. Oh, there he is. He's actually at the, next to the building we need to get to. Okay, I didn't realize he was there. Okay. Found him. It was overlap because of one of the DLC races. Yeah, the DLC brings us the characters at the bottom and just races in the world, and that's it. So I think I remember correctly, we have to save Standby from a gorilla. Yep. Sorry. We'll have to send a postcard to the family. It's emotional. Okay. Alright, so, our next one, Stan, should be... If he's in the helicarrier, we're not going to actually worry about doing it until he's on the helicarrier, so we have to actually save him from one of those service spots. It was weird, because he wasn't here when... even though he should have been. Like, if we were playing, this game, he would have been on the 360. It would have been, like, he would have been here until, we wouldn't be able to rescue him where that fire thing, hydrant thing was.
Thank you for saving your Generalissimo.
So that was him being on the alligator. We have to wait a second until he will be back into the helicarrier, but when he gets into the helicarrier, it won't be the last stand. Because this is actually the game that he only got into the helicarrier, and that was it. So you wouldn't have to worry about him being in the helicarrier for the rest of the games. So our next one might be... Okay, it's one of those 3 locations I mentioned. Yeah, it does seem like he's at the gym. No, he's not. Let me make sure he's at the spot we can rescue him. I might also double check if there is no, like, won't be here, but, like, double check this one side, make sure there's no go brick, where, it's just a go brick out of nowhere, but I think there is, and one, okay, he's at the, he's actually at the sandcastle. There should be one. Now, actually, we might be good. So, for this one, Sangoon should start here, and we just only have to take him out.
Gee, thanks, true believer. Excelsior.
Okay, what I mentioned probably will be somewhere. Okay. He's like... I mean, if he's at the X-Men Manor, I won't be able to rescue that one. But there he is. it's like, seriously, I didn't realize how much time I'm gonna be spending on it. So this one, obviously, he's at the chimney still. What you have to do is use any flying character, or Halt very quick, or classic 4, whoever. Like, you should be able to hit this one without Nina, or use Area, or whatever his name is. So, doesn't matter, I'm already a flying character, we'll just stick with that. So, now, this is where Stan, I cannot rescue Stan at this point, we are done. I'm gonna head that way anyways to show you why. Because I'm heading that way for us to get the next bonus. So we're actually caught up where we should be at with Stan. Because if you go over here, you realize that, oh, we need Magneto and there's Stan. So yeah, we can't rescue Stan yet. So, now, the reptile cage is also the same thing. Doctor Strange is actually the same thing, where you could build it, but sadly you could not trigger the level. So we'll actually go back for the Doctor Strange one, because we have to, anyways, for the Doctor Strange one, do the next level, and the one after that, Doctor in the house after the Asgard level. Oh, and the X-Men Manor level. Those are where the two are located. So, obviously, the glitch spot is in front of the gas station, right next to one of the gold bricks. So, we're gonna fall back through. So this is actually the hardest one, in my opinion, because you don't know when you're going to be inbounds or not inbounds. Like, seriously, I know as a fact. Okay. That's why I kind of have to be careful of, because it's like, I could get inbounds like that. For that one, you do actually, if you want to know what Via Zack where you have to wait for that one is, you do have to be in the level Doctor in the house. Come on. Okay, no, I was so close. Like, I never actually liked this spot, because that's the reason is, honestly, will it do to any other character if I'm not playing as... Oops, I didn't meant to go down there already. There we go. So yet again, you have to go right here and just turn around. There we go. This is the one thing.
And I'm on unload. A rare day off for Spider-Man and Boulder Boy finds him kicking back in the park. No, I spoke too soon, as danger follows this guy like a bad smell. And what better place to find a bad smell than a zoo's reptile house? Him again? He's in this game more than I am. I mean, really, he's every level. Does this guy even think he is?
Mm-hmm.
No, no, I will have my specimens.
So yeah, this is the lizard. Our Spider-Man villain. So, with this level,
Stay off, brawler. You've had more run-ins with him than me.
that's actually kind of a nice detail. I didn't realize.
Well, Mr. Big Shot, looks like you've collected enough son, to earn true believer status. I don't know who Pete believes in. All I know is that I want him.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about too much of this level. Because sadly we cannot get the red brick on story, nor the character, nor Stan's sake, because for Stan we didn't need a Novik. Or, at the end of the game, Galactus. Alright, we're just gonna get done. First of all, we do need to break this open. The reason we can't... See, that will power that. We just need to do the free shells, but we can't do the free shells without...
Something comes by.
Yeah, after all, this... One of the things I did not like about this level is you only fight Kurt.
My serum must be perfected.
So yeah, we are, like... Seriously though, this is like, yeah, like, why didn't... I mean... Like, if you want my own personal opinion, I will give you a rating of every bonus level.
Now, be a good lizard and hibernate or something.
It's sad though, it does sound like they did get the actor replaced, and it was like... I thought there was gonna be a purple in here. Or at least some stats, but... The reason we will have to continue the story for Novik's thing is because we have to have a dick carrier or a Novik. Because we have to wait until he gets in here.
Spidey sense. Something comes by.
The good news...
No! Leave me to my work.
So you need to be able to dig, and then you can save Stan. And after you had Novik, but you're better off just waiting until you get, Magneto, because for you to get the red brick, you need to use Magneto, and you don't have to watch.
Man, just give up already. Let's see if you can regenerate this. Well, that just about wraps this story up. I did! Did you see what I did there? Because he's wrapping him. Come on, don't leave me hanging. Anyone?
So yeah, this is that bonus all done. Should be Reptile House or something, but, so, now we just have to wait until we get Iceman. And then we can at least do the Kingpin and officially the first level on free play. And then we'll do from there. Is I did explain in the last part, we're gonna wait until level 13 then to be able to do free play the rest.
Zeroing in on the arc reactor.
Also, we could do the Doctor Strange level, by the way.
It seems to be coming from somewhere in the financial district.
So, thanks to the Reptile House one, also us doing that, we should have to buy Lizard, but I will buy him later. But, nothing else should unlock after that.
Ow!
Just because we can't, sorry Stan, we can't Rexy you. Because we need Magneto. Yeah, see, nothing else should unlock right now, so we're actually going to just continue the main story. So the next... We're going to be able to do the next camera thing after.
Right. We've located the signal. Updating the coordinates now. Follow the trail.
Sure.
Scratch that last update. Someone spilled shawarma sauce on the map. Patching through some accurate coordinates now. The signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Check the surroundings for anything suspicious.
It doesn't look like a hyperbase.
Expect a sign that says, "Welcome to the secret Hydra base."
So yeah, this should now lead us to our next level.
Watch it, buddy. Standing over 1,400 feet tall and weighing 365,000 tons, the Empire State
I'll be
Building
right
was
back,
opened
guys.
in
Use the restroom.
1931 and has remained one of New York City's most recognizable landmarks ever since. Looks like Wolverine beat us here.
The signal's gotten stronger, so follow it, agents.
Careful, Barton. We don't want any nasty surprises.
Your eyes peeled. Who's waiting for us down here?
Sorry, it took me a minute. Not back. So, straight off the bat to this beginning point, yeah, there's really not much we can really do. First main kid is actually right in front of us, right there. You can get that one. So the first scene, I mean, this level should not take too long. And this is where a new glitch that I found with Creeper when we were playing together. Well, no, I didn't found, he found. It will make us avoid the end scene of this level, so that's kind of good. Here's the next one right there. So yeah, by the way, this level we can rescue Stan. I think we forgot this up here, and that was it. Like, oh, we felt like... We cannot get that up there instead of that purple. Am I forgetting something, or did the... So it only asked me to also destroy the monitor, that's kind of funny. So yeah, really there's not much you can really do in this level. Like, for a record, we're actually on the spree of levels where we should be able to do some stuff, but not too much stuff. So we're going to actually be able to get the money up there. So our next and final spire is right here. That's a fact. You realize that we can't reach it. So now, however, we will actually make it up there in 1 second. So what we need to do is break it off until we can get the control panel here. We sadly will have to do this so we can progress the level. The good news is, with the next thing, we can just fly through the whole thing. We do not actually have to do the puzzle. So now, let me go ahead and get the mini kit. It's funny that we're gonna end up being at the... I mean, we might just only have to do the photo very quick, and that's it. Hold on. I might have to go behind it. There we go. That's for the mini kit, but I'm going on top so we can get ourselves up here for this. There we go. So
It's Hydra.
I feel like the funny part is you couldn't tell because if you look at the front door, the way but Wolverine is already there in the sign. Next thing.
This could be a problem. Hey, you guys need any help?
This is huge. How did it stay hidden for so long?
Quality decorating.
Alright, so what we're gonna do very quickly is get done with the stuff I need to get broken in this part very quick. So that's our first one of 5. That's Stan.
Yeah, it's Hydra, all right. I can see Red Skull from here.
Loki's with them. What are they planning?
Yeah, it's kind of like... So, before we continue... Yeah, you know, I'll grab the poles on the way I go. So there should be another pole... right here, right? No. I just need to check one spot, and then we're actually going to continue the story a little bit while we get the rest of the poles and one more mini kit. Here's the last pole over here. Okay, now we're actually good on the poles for right now. No, these poles do not continue to next scene. Don't worry. Alright, for real, we're gonna have to get the story continue. So, obviously he ran this. I mean, seriously though, when you do free play for this level, you could skip this whole part. That's weird. It should have did was allow us to do it. Unless I'm looking at it wrong. Yeah, I probably was looking at it wrong. But okay. So yeah, this should be it. Really the only problem I have with this level being that if I ever had to say problems with this level was like really it's nothing, but the best part about free play for this level, this is probably the quickest level you're gonna have in free play. Also, the other one you're gonna have is Taking Liberty. Because it's like, hey, you can fly through this and it's oh. I thought it was something you had to hold on, and then it was like... That's my bad. Really though, there's not very much I can do in this level. After we get the 2 mini kits, there should only be 2 more mini kits because of that kind of glitch thing that will make us avoid that.
Locked. We'll have to find another way around.
I like how that there's only a couple lines. Oops.
I never miss.
So what we should come here. I'll wait until everyone gets over here. Come on. So what we're gonna do very quickly is still continue.
I would look out if I were you.
So before I flip to get the rest of the polls very quick, we'll do this part very quick. So what we're gonna do that's that mini kit done. So there should only be another mini kit we can get. So it's kind of funny how they make you do this certain stuff. So our next main kit should be right here. One pull right here. And then the final one I'm gonna just get very quick. Shouldn't be at the end. I missed it. Must have missed it. Right? Yeah, it's gonna take me a second. No, it should be right there. Okay, I'm going a little bonkers. Where's this last pull? Is it right down here? Corner, other corner side? Like, was it above there? And then pay attention, corner. Yep, I forgot it right here. Silly me. Okay, good news is we shouldn't need Human Torch. Okay, what we need is... Alright. So we should be at the next part of the level, and then... Yep. So yeah, this will be the only room we will have to go back into. When we hit free play. Okay, so... So yeah, there should only be 2 mini kits in here too, I believe. Because there's actually no hidden mini kit. Because after this, we should only have that one thing about the place, and... think the only couple times you have to do a playlist scene is in free play is the Wrath. So I don't have to go back to the final scene. I will show you what we can do.
Let's go. I'm gonna spangle you till you see stars.
Still in that ridiculous outfit. You need a bigger hole to open. I am the Red Skull, but you are all merely numbskulls.
Red Skull, I'm here to end your evil scheme. I thought I was a hothead.
So before we do the fight before I do Red Skull's fight, don't worry. So technically, originally you were supposed to come back here as Mr. Fantastic or any of the other characters that you could think that you know that can teleport in this game. I don't pay attention to how much can. But before I do it. So actually, Airman's all it can shoot. However, this is where it comes in play. If you do it right. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That's seriously what you could do. I did not know you could do that. So, okay, we are actually done. So now we're gonna actually do the main story because I'm not planning to collect every stud in this room. As I mentioned before, that's like the only problem I have. Is that there's a lot of points where you don't need it. Good news is there should be no more mini-kits in here, because the only mini-kits we have to do is the scene we were at prior. There was a... Yeah, and make it in that one. At the first scene, there should have been a Magneto in that one. And then the middle one is electric one, so we're done.
Give up now.
So yeah, good news is we will not have to come back to this scene, so that actually saves me about a couple seconds of actual gameplay.
After all these years, I just realized that Red Skull has no... Really? How does he smell?
Yeah, really, no.
You are just a bygone bread.
The only thing I can remember, well, what Creep told me, and of course, it happens in the first movie of Captain America. Red Skull, like, reveals himself that he actually burned, like, all his skin around. So he, like, tears away his mask that looks so much like a human face. And that's, yeah, of course, Red Skull. So, yeah. This should be the end of the level after next scene.
The Red Skull is always ready.
I say one of the problems with, I mean, like, if I had to put a ranking list of the best fights to worst fights in, this game, that would be a hard one. Probably might say Sandman is my worst, because reason is he's the whole level.
Pathetic insects.
Or
You
Loki.
cannot destroy the mighty Arnhem Solar.
So yeah, there should have been all the minikits in this room. Those were the only two. Because, yeah, what I total should be right. So now we are just gonna finish the level. After you do the last thing with Cap, you finish the level.
You cannot defeat me. Picked up the skull's trail outside the raft. Where's the stinky cologne? We appreciate the help, but you destroyed the vortex. Now we can't follow Loki. Yeah, well, I get the sense that Loki's just a hired hand in this thing. Hey, that
So we should at least be able to get one thing. It isn't the Hydra agent. We should be able to get the Hydra tank now, actually. Made a mistake.
They'll be fine, Director Fury. They may not be super, but they are heroes. Colonel Fury, sir. Loki jumped into a vortex and vanished.
I know someone that can help locate him.
Of course, now we find it.
I gotta go buy some more hair gel. I'll catch up to you.
Got that big rainbow road. Looking at it, I just feel like I want to race.
What?
Sorry, just talking to myself.
So yeah, we should now begin the quest line. We cannot get the Hydra
Got
tank
someone
yet.
waiting for you at the foot of the Bifrost. I assume you know who it is. You better go meet him as soon as possible.
Alright, so we're gonna actually hurry up and do that quest now. So it's actually a 3-parter quest, and while we're at it, we'll first actually do this very quick, because it's right across the street. So we'll hurry up and play as Spider-Man. So from the level, we should get Airman's on. By the way, we got Kirk Carter's from that one, and that one. I didn't bought the Signia person. Oops, but that's alright. Alright, so we should be good. Doesn't matter. So by the way, we're gonna keep seeing this every time we go back to them. But this should be about the Hydra base.
Iron Man. Behind
Oh wait.
We're doing an expose, and I want his colossal ego to be our main focus. Give me a picture of that gaudy tower of his. And make sure you get the big start sign in the shot.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't realize that there was one after level 5, my bad. So I should be able to use this teleport to get up there at some point. Okay. So yeah, by the way, at the Asgard one, we should get a quest where we have 3 with Helmir to do. So the quest that's on our left over there is going to be a good one for a minute. It kind of feels like they could have did more where you could play as different characters to do the camera thing, but they said, you know what, nah.
Hey, this model's really not awful. Good job.
So our next one should be about the Hydra base. Yep. I've got to do it.
Secret Hydra base uncovered. Apparently in that big building with the spike. Never remember his name. Get as much of it as you can in that picture, will ya? We can rip one off the internet, sure, but what I need you for?
So I like how that we have to actually take the shop right here at The only reason we can't get Wizard because we do need Magneto. By the way, as a fact, I mean, the reason I spun around like that for a minute is just because next level we should not get one, and not one for the X-Men Manor. However, the one after the X-Men Manor, yeah, we're gonna definitely get one. I think you do get one for the X-Men Manor. So yeah, X-Men Manor. Then the Statue of Liberty one you will get, but so the Statue of Liberty one. So surprisingly enough, after the X-Men Manor one, will be actually cut off for the rest of them because the reason is the Statue of Liberty will not be there. So you have to wait until the main story is complete before you can finish them. So we're gonna only be able to do like one more. And I think it's the X-Men Manor. That's it. Alright. This starts a long quest line we have to do. Classes. So reason obviously these are showing. Here it's because it should lead us to the woman right up here. First of all, I think you shouldn't be allowed up here.
I told my boyfriend to meet me up here so we can have a romantic movie moment, but clearly that fool thought I meant some other giant pointy building in Manhattan. If he doesn't get here soon, we're watching back-to-back rom-coms for a week.
Honestly, how are you supposed to watch a movie in the Empire State Building when it's the Empire State Building? It's an important figure. So obviously, get this there. So this quest line, there's 3 parts to it, and you need a mind control character. Yeah, it was like yesterday, like, it was weird. It was like glitching out, so I couldn't even use Super Skull, but it apparently fixed itself when I used the leader, and was like weird. Okay, so we should be able to do is get him only like halfway up before we're gonna have to travel the course ourselves or fly. And we're gonna fly. Like, seriously now. I mean, very funny enough, you can actually complete Manhattan in Avengers, like, before you, after you complete the first Avengers story, and apparently it glitched out. I don't know why it glitches out, so if it glitches out like this, you can use, like, the cycle or the leader. When I play co-op, it never did glitch out, so Creeper did it ahead of time. Well, it could be A, I do have to reload the game for real, or B, it's just that, yeah, it's just glitch. I think we should have an R character that can mind control already, but I don't remember which one. I think Nightmare can. If not, it's only superheroes one. Which not Superheroes 2, but Avengers part of the DLC. So here's that.
There he is! You clod! I'm so mad at you I could have a passionate argument on top of the Empire State Building! My movie moment came true.
Honestly, I think I know what everyone was thinking. Throw you off the Empire State Building. That seems about right. But that's totally wrong in its own sense.
It's that hero fight.
I could also use the Mandarin. We're just gonna be flying across before I'm flipping.
I gotta apologize to my old lady for ruining a big romantic night. A masculine pride keeps getting in the way. If only someone could just take control of my brain and make me do it.
Well, we can. Honestly, I do like this quest line. It's like one of those out of nowhere ones where you don't like. Trust me. I mean, I'm trying to think what I want to say. This one is kind of like one of them that I don't like. This should be where you have to keep swinging back and forth, and then there should be a... Oh yeah, right. For the stats, but you just have to climb up. So now this is supposed to introduce us to these fun ones, where they do have a time limit. So now, again, we'll just have to use a mind control character. And that's our time limit right there. I meant seriously. If you want to always make that easy, you could always press off the mind control button and go. So we're gonna actually be a little safe, and we're just going to walk across instead of me doing my crazy flail and jumping. There we go.
I don't know what you, I said to him back, but mostly she's forgiven me. Hey, now I know who to call when I forget our anniversary. Am I right?
Now this should be the, like, we should be on the final one we can do of it. The final part of it. It should be, or it was only 2. I think there was another. There's the photo. Yeah, I think we're actually done. There was only 2. I totally forgot there was only 2. But, yeah, so yeah, I guess we're continuing the story. So after this one, we should have, one for Asgard to do. I believe I will do that very quick. No, it's after the actual bonus of the Asgard. So I will just have to continue the main story. So we get the Rexio and Narstanon story. Oops. And once you get here, this should be where our first actual mini kit of a sequence, and the last one's in Denver in the house. Trust me, Lord of the Rings was terrible.
Thor and his people remains highly classified. What little information we've obtained about his home, Asgard, comes from, well, this one children's book found by Dr. Eric Selvig in New Mexico. Seems pretty accurate so far.
Get a load of this guy. Ooh, very theatrical with the lightning and everything. He is the god of thunder. It's sort of his thing.
They sense the opening of the vortex because Brother Loki used it as a pathway to Asgard.
What the heck's he after?
He is ever after only one thing: power. He also held its vault.
What? This is great! Mini roller coaster!
Remain vigilant.
What's this thing? How much longer till we get there, Thor?
You'll be in Asgard shortly.
Hey, go!
Passions of space. Prepare yourselves for it.
There should be a mini kit. I'm playing this Catherine right now. Okay, I got it. Okay, that was our first mini kit.
Ooh, I'm so dizzy I'm seeing stars. No stripes.
So much frost and ice. Loki must be working with the frost giants of Jotunheim.
Then it's good I always bring the heat. Yeah! Quiet matchstick.
Okay, so our next mini kit is actually right here.
Must remove this ice somehow.
Now, if there were only someone here with the power to melt ice. Oh, yeah!
So we should not have too long.
Funny. They don't look so giant to me.
There should not be too much level. Be honest though, like once we get to the free play to that one level,
Charge the controls. My hammer should suffice.
it's like we're never actually just living our home here. It's all this. So yeah, we're at the Asgard level. After this one should be the X-Men Manor.
Rainbow Bridge. What next? Unicorns and happy cliches.
So our next mini kit is actually a flower mini kit we should be able to do. It's in the next part.
You made it! I was beginning to worry. like what I've done with the base? Well, just chill out for a second, won't you? Behold, you are now under my power. Not far from now.
So yeah.
This is Asgard. Why do you insist on following me, brother?
Yeah, we should be at, so what we need to do, we'll continue the story from
Going
it.
somewhere? I think not. Yet again, you fall for my simple apologies.
The good news is, this is actually the only scene we have to go back to for replay, and that's it. So this should be our first one. So we can't do that. I had to break this statue. I guess I wasn't done breaking this. So it should be, we should need to build something for them to get up. Yeah, there we go. I mean, let's be honest though, the story for this is not too long. Before I go continue, I want to go over here. The reason I'm only, I think, no. I didn't need to go over there. But. So the next flowers should be on our way. Because the last thing is, there's one minute in the boss fight you can get. It only sucks when we do a Doom with a View. You do have to just go to the boss fight for one care. I mean, for Stan. And I believe that's it. Yeah, you don't... Like, this is probably, like, one of those levels I put in the okay list. Of, like, okay levels to do. But the problem is, there's nothing really much I have to speak about, because very towards, it's like... Once we get to the end, there is actually nothing really much we have for us to do. No, you're gonna continue.
Are we having fun?
No, actually, no, we're not. Nah, because you're making us fight everybody.
Puppets under my control.
the next one should be right here. By the way, this should be a minikit right here. So that's a flower.
Have been generating abilities like you.
There we go. And then for the final, get the dig over here, but first, this should be the final flower. There we go. It's like, I'm really thinking this story is not going to take too long at all, because after all, it's very short. We're still at the it's going to be very short, in retrospect. Because the good, the bad, and the hungry should take about a quick sec.
I'm not finished yet. Or should that be, we're not finished yet? How foolish you are.
So yeah, we're like, freaking mind controlling, that's funny. So yeah, our next bank is in the boss fight of this, all the final scene. Judgment and Crosses is my favorite, one of my favorite levels, and we should not have too much minigets to do as well in it. And I did mention before, we only have to go back to one room. Also, with Judgment and Crosses, we should unlock a little bit more we have to do.
The Tesseract is dangerous, brother.
Oh, and so am I, brother. I intend to get my revenge on you, on Earth, and on Asgard.
What do you plan?
You can't make me tell. You are not the god of me.
Those threats me with that taunt. You'd consider
So we have to go ahead and break the...
Sometimes it pays to be a hothead.
There we go. So that's the last minigame we should have to do in this level. So all we gotta do, let me save very quick so if anything happens, we don't do too much. We have to just outlast the fight for a minute. And so what should happen is part of the train will break.
That thing is indestructible. There has to be a way to break Loki's control over it. Well, if you guys have any bright ideas, I'd love to hear them. Claws ain't gonna do it this time. Gotta be another way. Ah! Mortal pest! Destroyer's vulnerable. Take him out. Begone! Asgard belongs to me!
Yep. So, yep, again, we're doing the same thing again, just outlasting it. So yeah, what I'm hoping for is it won't take us too long to get done. Like,
Rid your mind of this madness, Loki.
yeah, with that laughter, just remind me too.
Pathetic insect!
Reminds me too much of. So there's a back there, but anyway.
You shall never win!
Honestly, it does feel like where this canonically takes place in the story. If you're gonna put this together in the superheroes timeline, it does take place right after the first movie and probably Dark World. But some events were altered, like Red Skull never got teleported to regarding the Soul Stone.
Father, do not wish you further harm. Give up now.
Of course, Loki doesn't get defeated, he gets away, but...
I swear, you will kneel before me by the time this day is through.
So, yeah.
Lookalikes! Or maybe Loki-likes. No! Get away, you foul creature!
I will return the testament to the safekeeping of the treasure.
Hey, Bloody, I hate to point this out, but you just got stolen from there. Maybe your security's not so good.
Shield has an entire battalion of troops dedicated to guarding the testament. Choose. Guarding this item of immense power. Please, I can rain thunder and lightning on anyone who touches it.
Got this little cute kid help me find Magneto. I can ask Chuck about that.
I think, yeah, Chuck was his real name. I don't remember. I didn't keep. I mean, by the way, for a record, I didn't even watch X-Men. I only watched parts of that. I did watch Logan, even though it was the third movie in the trilogy.
The final pieces are coming together soon.
Yes. But where is the power source you promised me? It's all we need.
Find out where it is. We can acquire it from the mutants.
The X-Men. Very well. I've planned for every contingency. I'll dispatch some associates to acquire it.
Right or something, Professor. Figure this can help us find Magneto.
The only thing I need to find was is unwanted attention.
Oh dear.
That doesn't sound good.
And that doesn't look good.
So after this, we should be able to do the gem bonus.
Do you read me? Our sensors indicate that the X-Mansion is under attack. If you're receiving this message, you should get there right away.
We'll be able to do some stuff around here at X-Men Manor after this level, but we'll be also able to do the gem bonus very quick. So from the Asgard one, there should be nothing unlocked because oh no, we do actually have two things locked. So we'll actually come back to X Manor. So we, so we'll start with the quest. We do actually have to come back to the bonus. But, by the way, the gym bonus shouldn't be unlocked until after the X-Men Manor level. Oh, no, we can finish the quest line with Helmir. Nice.
I'm not saying it was you, but someone left the Bifrost open and allowed an army of angry frost giants to invade this world. Help me defeat them before they wreak their frosty mayhem all over the city.
Next one will be something about that, and then we have to just follow some money, and then we're get some money, and then we're done. So the quest that should be there is about bringing a hat, and this is kind of important because if we don't bring, I mean, we won't be able to do the art part of Helmir without doing this quest.
That will show those icicle heads that it is not cool to invade other worlds. I mean, I commend you for your bravery.
I have journeyed from Asgard in search of a new home. Thus far, I have struggled to blend in. I would guard myself from what I believe your people call fashionable friends. Might I request your assistance in this task?
So what we need to do for this one is we're just getting him a hat. And the next quest should be Times Square. And then we're going to end up going around the area after to find mutants. Yeah, it wouldn't matter. We'll also be able to erect to an extra stand right now, so that'll give us an Argo brick. So what you need to do is break this, drop the hat. So we need to get this class done, one for a gold brick, but two, it's also for another part. I believe if I'm correct, well, I'm out over here. Yeah, the doors of the gym won't open up until the X-Men Manor level, so we'll be doing that one after the X-Men Manor level. But after Doctor